grabs. And obviously, Gullywash, like I said, it is the map for Zaibatsu here. The second map in the ETF2L semi-finals of Season 15 with Pledge and Spin casting. John on the camera, and as Zaibatsu and Broder make their way towards this middle point, we're up for one heck of a game. As Broder, once again, with the roaming madness coming out of Jukebox. I'm loving it already. This middle is going insane, Spin, so far.
Yeah, hugely aggressive jump from him, but he just backed off when he realised Zaibatsu was a little bit slow. They pushed up on the right side, but the counter jumps from the Zaibatsu soldiers was absolutely fantastic. Completely shut them down in that corner and forced them all the way back. And you know, they're looking dominant already. They're pushing them all the way onto their last point, trying to get this frag onto the medic, or just trying to force them back and make sure they can get this second cap. If they got the pick onto Mylin, of course, they could have pushed last, but Mylin stays up, so very important for them to keep him up, and yeah, he has done. So the Ubers are equal now, onto the last point. Mylin with a slight advantage, but it's not going to make any difference in this case. Zaibatsu will just look to take the lobby and then make a concentrated push into the last point.
They're going to make their way into last. And this is why Zaibatsu is the favourites on this map. Straight off, winning that middle, making their way to last. Zap is right now picking up that sniper rifle. He's a good sniper, guys. Don't worry about that. He's an absolutely beast of a sniper. He was more known he was kind of like Tvik for a long time, where he was more known for being a sniper than known for being a scout, right? Tvik was sort of in the same boat for a long time. It looks like they've suicided 2 players in, trying to get some stuff done as soon as Tvik got killed there by Zappis. I think Broder's going to bite, though. I think they might have a little bit of a poke in this lobby side, but I doubt they're really going to push onto this one. They're going to play it safe, and Broder doing what they like doing in general, which is just, you know, playing it safe, stalling the game out at least on 5CP maps, and working from there onwards. Jukebox going down. He knows he can go down there technically because he's going to spawn before Zaibatsu actually makes their way in. The one thing that we can see coming out of Zaibatsu right now, as the super hops on him, is that he gets to get the kill onto Maryland. I was looking at him where he was, and obviously the fully charged body shot comes in, and the second fully charged body shot comes in as Tvik picks up a double. The play comes in right now for Zaibatsu, and as they're going to be able to pick up this last point. Tvik is going to be the guy with everything above him right now. Tvik, probably the chat's going insane, I cannot see it, but Tvik getting the double fully charged body shots, and we've seen this coming out for Tvik. He actually did this on Viaduct as well, got the kill to Maryland, and Jukebox right now, this is pure Broder style. Jukebox is picking up the rifle himself.
Yeah, going to mid, just changing things up a little bit. They know that Jukebox can do work as sniper, and Zaibatsu struggled with it in the past, so they're playing a really defensive middle right now. Not trying to take him on in the aggression, and Samsy goes down early to the pick from Jukebox, and T-Mac now going down as well. Cadis being very aggressive into Big Door, but it's worked out for them like perfectly. They've played this very defensive middle. Zaibatsu have tried to push onto them, but they've done it a little bit haphazard, one by one. Jukebox getting the pick he needed to make himself relevant, and the others coming in just weren't really backed up by the rest of the team. So they've opted to back out, keep 2 nuts alive, and the Ubers are, again, they're going to be more or less equal onto the last point. In fact, Mylin actually has quite a big advantage, but it's not going to be enough to push onto last with, I don't expect. And Jukebox, as I say.
Yeah, he got the kill onto Ips, and that one might actually prove to be valuable. It is hard to tell because it's going to take Broder a while to actually get in there. With 3 seconds left on the clock, it's not going to be that much of a difference. But Tvik can get that shot to Maryland once again. There tries to get the flick of the Jukebox on the right. That's not going to happen though, and as both snipers make their way back now, the Ubers get exchanged onto this top lobby side, and this is the way Zaibatsu like to play. They like to get the fight towards the enemy, and with Tvik taking down Cookie, and actually Maryland going down to the Stickies Arcade is very well played here by Zaibatsu, showing their dominance on Gullywash so far.
Yeah, that's really not a characteristic Uber from Broder. They like to Uber Zebazai, and mainly just Zebazai, and in fact they got caught out that time by multiing a demo and a scout into that top right side. Zaibatsu just keeping the single Uber on their soldier, and they managed to just have a better Uber time than Broder did, and you know, they just managed to pick up the frags as they were backing off, and yeah, great play from them, and it's pretty much what Broder like to do to their enemies, and they just had it dealt back to them in a way that we don't normally see. They don't normally get caught out by that kind of push.
Well, in a way, this is basically me making sure to not make the mistake of 5 anymore. Let's listen to the team comms of Zaibatsu as they push their way into second.
We're choked, dude.
We're choked.
I don't hear it.
The sniper was watching Big Door.
I'm sniping. I'm jumping through. Wait. Wait. Go now. Snap it down.
Snap it down, nice.
I'm coming. Watch out. I'm down. Doesn't matter. Push.
Down about. Soldier will jump you, I think. He's going
I'm jumping them now.
Don't die.
Scott's right. Took 100.
Not.
Cap and walk this through now.
No, they're trying to contest. Control top. Scott's
Okay.
Scout lower.
Scout
Down in lobby.
10 HP.
Lobby.
Cookies 10 HP on last.
Okay, new stickies.
I'm low door.
Main.
What are you
Sticks
doing?
in
We're getting up.
They have over.
well.
Medic is standing far back on right.
I can text spy or something if you want.
Yeah.
I'm spy.
Where are we holding?
I'll pull up it right now.
at the
If someone
moment.
got his main.
Yeah, I'm watching.
It looks like the teams are going to take it easy. That means that we're going to get back to our voices. I do apologise, guys. I'm so sorry. But you saw very clearly, I like the way how Ips did that spin. I don't know if you caught that, but that jump in to get stuff done and then try and jump back, it was almost perfectly coordinated. Didn't work in the end. T-Mac actually trying to get a stab onto Maryland there. He got spotted out with the Ubersaw coming out. Broder's going to be safe for the time being. They're going to obviously wait for T-Mac to spawn and make something happen here in the hands of Zaibatsu.
Yeah, it was really strange, that push. Like, I guess they just, because they had the Uber advantage, I think they had their fully charged Uber versus Mylin's 70% or so. So they just pushed in and Ips, you know, making space for his team. But he could have easily been taken down. If Broder were holding forward, obviously it wouldn't have worked. But, you know, they weren't, so it worked exactly as he planned. He got in, yeah, like you say, he did get taken down eventually, but he took down Jukebox on the sniper in response, which meant that his medic could just walk in through choke. So, yeah, it's a well-played push. I think it could have gone a bit more in Broder's favour than it should have done. But, yeah, I mean, pretty even fight, I suppose, overall. And Zaibatsu with their Uber advantage, they managed to keep on. Sorry, it wasn't an even fight at all, actually, when I think about it. Zaibatsu managed to keep their Uber advantage and take the point, so.
Zaibatsu, I think they're looking to see if they can push their limit. This is what they like to do. Zebasai cannot go down here. I think Maryland right now a little bit caught off as even a backup is happening. It looks like the Broder push onto this one, very uncoordinated, very uncharacteristic. As Zebasai actually got locked out of his Latvia medic right there, and Zebasai and the rest of his team cannot be happy with that one. Zaibatsu going to make their way into last there, and surely there should be another point for Blues. 2-0 now already on the board. You can see very clearly Zaibatsu, they know how to play this map, and Broder seems to be struggling so far.
Yeah, I really do like Cadis on this map. I've seen, played against his teams before, and I think he really does, he plays well on Gully Wash. I think he has the game well locked down on this map, and I think it's something that, it was, I don't ever remember this being like their favoured map, Zaibatsu's favoured map, but it really is now, and you can see that I think that just bringing in Cadis has changed it a lot. They seem a lot more calm on the comms than I've heard them before, and yeah, it seems to be working out for them. They're playing this defensive middle again, but Zebasai going in for the bomb, and it hasn't really worked out for them, and T-Mac going in just takes a huge amount of distraction, and Cadis just firing the pipes and takes down Rib, and yeah, they've got the cap now and the position on Big Door. Jukebox getting the snipe onto Tweak, but it's pretty much useless as he goes down himself. Man advantage now for Zaibatsu, and they're just going to push on to second with that.
Great spam from Cadis right there, taking down Jukebox, clearing the way for the rest of his team to make their way in. And as they right now get the cap time onto that second point, Cadis locking down that main area, making sure once again he can just stay safe together with the rest of the team. And again, Broder, you see them poking out on this lobby side. They've been doing this all season on Gully Wash. They like taking the fight to others with their heavy classing soldier plus medic combo. Zebasai Maryland just walking in there, just being a nuisance, getting that Uber fight happening in lobby instead of on their last point. They like doing it that way. So far at the moment though, it looks like they're not going to try and do that. Cookie going down, Tweak going down now as well. 5 versus 5 happening as both of these teams have now Uber Jet. Maryland first one to do. And Zaibatsu, it looked like it was a suicide strategy, and that's the way they're going to play. And look at the aggression right now from Zaibatsu. They know they have a 10-second window in which to make this one happen, but Ips cannot make his way through yet. Rib's counter stick, he's very impressive there. And it looks like they're going to suicide Cadis in. A little bit of miscommunication here for the Blues. And for the first time ever, at least on this map, at least for the time being, it looks like Broder, a very favourable exchange, able to turn this round around.
Yeah, they really got back into the swing there. I think they forced the Uber into lobby, and well, it wasn't really a force. It was Zaibatsu were looking to catch them out in the lobby once they overextended, and Broder played really well. They managed to all split up and not take any deaths as they drop back into their last point. They managed to waste most of the Uber, and then Cadis trying to use the last bit to get onto the point and draw some players down there into a sticky trap, but it didn't really work out for him. He got taken down, and Tweak actually doing some fantastic work there. They're taking down Zappis on the flank, and then Rib as well. But T-Mac and Tweak himself going down into the Rockets with Zebasai. It's the flanking scout. Samsy comes in and takes out Mylin, and it's just going the way of Zaibatsu right now. Some fantastic play from the scouts, managing to pick up the crucial frags, and they managed to block the midpoint, and they're just going to go straight back onto the second, so it's going to be another cap for them.
Look at that. Cade is being that clever guy that he is, jumping up there, not hitting the pipes though. As Jukebox and his buddy Zebasai able to pick him off. Cade is going down. Ips actually going down now as well. It's down to Samsy to make this one work. He rocket jumps sort of out of there with a rocket of the other player. And as Samsy gets back to his medic, it looks like they do get firm control towards the second point, especially with the Uber charge that they have ready to rock and roll. But Zaibatsu, this is not flawless execution at all. But in the end, it is going to work out to their favour.
Yeah, they can just play defensive now. They lost a couple of players, but so did Broder. I think Broder they'll take their chances and push out with this, because they don't want to sit themselves back on last point while Zaibatsu have the Uber advantage. They'd rather make them use the Uber on the second here. If they get this cap and force the Uber, that would be the best exchange for them, and they have done. They've done both those things now. If Mylin just gets away, this is fantastic for them. Soldier on the top though, Ips manages to shut off a Ribs escape, and Mylin is going to get away, but they're going to get this cap and be able to push into last with a huge man advantage now. Zaibatsu in control again.
Jesus Christ, Tavik is an absolute monster, and the coordination
huge rocket,
onto
sorry,
that
you
one.
see a huge rocket from Zebazai. My god.
Oh, I was looking onto that. That's pretty damn fantastic coming out of him, but is it going to be enough for them to save that round? The stickies from Cade is already laying on the edge of that point. It looks like Broder barely going to have to spawn or zip in time to prevent the team-out bomb from actually just hurting them in their faces. The coordination from the Zaibatsu push, though, I do want to get back at that, because Two Nuts was on his own on Big Door with an Uber, and he Ubered in towards second, and then when the players jumped from choke, he caught them, and they sort of gathered up in the middle of all of that. It was fantastic coordination. Ended up giving them the point, giving them the advantage that they needed. And now with this Uber charge ready to rock and roll for the second time in a couple of minutes, you're going to have to wait and see. Zappiz gets taken down by Tavik. That is the thing that they were looking for. And even with Tavik going down, Two Nuts and the rest of his players, they're looking to put some pressure down here. Ips completely disconnected here from his medic. He's going to have to bite the dust, and his teammate goes down as well. The shoulders from Cade is right now very heavy with the rest of the team's deaths. Broder's going to push on onto that one. Can the Englishman hold on to this one? They're going to try very much so. There's a couple of stickies at that door. Rip is going to counter push as much as possible. I think Broder, they want to move through here so bad, Spin, but I don't think they can actually manage to do this. They're going to decide to back off and play it safe instead.
Yeah, it's 2 equal once again. It's hard to push out from this last point without any last point really, without any considerable advantage, and they don't have one at the moment. So Cade is just, he knows that. He's just being careful around the lobby, just trying to secure the lobby for his team, and he doesn't want to push too far forward and risk like losing a pick if a soldier's hiding in the lobby or whatever. But he's making space for his team, and they're just going to use that. They're actually charging outside with the medic, but the rest of the team is holding forward, so the medic is very, very safe right now. Two Nuts is in a strong position, and nobody's going to be able to get to him to
double sniper.
So yeah, it's pretty much
the double sniper.
equal.
We've seen it often, right? Like the double sniper does this, where they just run them both, and then they're like, well, if we can't get anything, it's fine. We're still going to just switch spawns, or we're going to switch back to scout, and we're going to be fine. But it is a chance for us to get some players before the fight actually breaks down. And Broder, they like doing that very often. Now they both switch back to scout, and Jukebox picked up spy. A little bit of a confusing thing, but look at that execution. I love that so much. I love that push so much. Like, you see this happening even in lower divisions, even in high division Spin, but the execution in Prem, absolutely flawless. Sticky's in front of the point, everyone suicides it, and it gets capped before the team can even respond. Broder got caught out guard, 3-0 now on the board in favor of Zaibatsu, as Broder Jukebox missing his jump towards middle.
I have to say, I'm absolutely speechless about that. Like, how the hell did they not Uber? They had an Uber like in the bag there, and they managed to not block the point. It's really weak from Broder, to be honest. And this middle at the moment going the way of Zaibatsu. They get 3 frags. The case with a nice pipe onto Mylin takes him down, and they're just going to try and back off here. I don't know why. Surely T-Mac's going to go in. Yeah, T-Mac's coming back in. I thought he'd backed off, and no, he comes back in, and they get a clean wipe here. So they're going to be looking to try push out to the last point now and chase that down that 4-0 lead.
11 days ago in the ESA Grand Finals, Gollywash got won 5-1 by Zaibatsu, and so far, the one thing that has changed in these 11 days is that Broder manages to lose even harder than then. Broder does not seem to catch any breaks whatsoever. Zaibatsu's not giving them the chance for anything, that's for sure. As they're going to move in towards this top right-hand side, get the damage done. No frags as yet, just one onto Rib. But there's so much damage, Cade is just going to be able to sit on that point, spam pipes, spam everything all over the place. And as the 4-0 comes on the board, Zaibatsu looking unbelievably strong and ready to move into this third map here with Broder in the semi-finals. As Zaibatsu, they knew which map to pick. They knew what map to be able to beat Broder on. And this is exactly what they're going to be able to do. 4-0 already on the board. And Broder, they need either a miracle or a fantastic momentum change right now.
But that's the thing, like, as far as I'm aware, this is the only map they've beaten Broder on, but, going into the final map now with this kind of momentum is going to be huge for them, and Iv's going down early in the fight, Mylin actually taking down the second frag for Broder, and it's going to actually give them a position where they can actually push this, contest this middle, continue to contest this middle even. Scout now comes into Mylin, doesn't manage to achieve anything yet, so Broder just opting for this aggressive play. And yeah, they're going to chase down. Jukebox is actually trying to chase down the medic, but I think Two Nuts is very much safe. He's away. So
he's on spawn. Yeah, he's already in spawn. He's not even going to come out of that one. I'm curious if Zaibatsu knows that the crit is about to happen.
Yeah, they're in bottom lobby right now, looking to try and catch them out with this crits as they push back out. And Are they going to actually come out or just hold on the last point? I think they're just going to try and slow this down now.
They're sitting there so much. They're waiting. They kind of need to make it happen, though, right? Is 2Nuts going to... No one is going to make a move, right? Zaibatsu didn't know. Kate is going to show himself. Ah, no, here comes the crit streak. Rather than crits, Uber gets popped off. That's 2Nuts barely in time right there. Jukebox gets taken down. Can they pick off Marilyn as well? They can pick Cookie, that's for sure. So Marilyn's going to be able to stay alive, at least for the time being. Rib is sticking up as much as he possibly can, but one scout breaks through, and Broder, it looks like they're going to go all in until last here. I don't know why, but they're going to try and do it. Zappos is until last here. They're trying to block. Can they make it happen? No, they cannot. As the point right now does not happen to get capped, but 2Nuts, he is going to die in the process, though. So in all honesty, that is a favorable exchange for the Broder guys at the moment, especially when they take down Samzy right now. They're going to hold on towards the second point, and with the medics both spawning, even Marilyn, a slight advantage on the spawn here at the moment. He's going to run Crit Streak, but did not get picked up in spawn. He's still going to have a slight winner to work with here, and Broder just realizing, you know what? We're going to have to go all out. We're going to have to keep fighting. We're going to have to take risks. We're 4-0 down anyway. We might as well.
Yeah, I'd really like to see what the Broder comms are like actually right now. You know, we could switch to them to see what their attitude's like. Let's go for that.
It's a great idea. Yeah, let's do that.
Also get main.
I'm
gonna snipe.
They have a pyro. Find the pyro. I'm gonna go top right. They're gonna push over Riverside. Go Riverside with him.
Yep.
Go, run there now.
I'm on 90.
Pyro's gonna be close. Take a scout with you.
Way back.
Okay, take a scout with you anyway.
Okay, get ready.
I'll jump
Yeah,
point.
I'm in.
Is it?
I'm in on point. Stick well.
Like that.
Solid right away. I'm gonna go water.
Come to 60.
Hide in there something. Right. Oh. Only with me. Nice.
Poor Zappos could have made that a lot better if he didn't die with 3 HP on top of a med pack. I don't know if he got that spin.
Yeah, so
If
just
he
a
stayed
side.
alive there, if he stayed alive there, I don't think the second point would have been capped. I honestly don't think so, because he would have been able to just be a massive nuisance in the backside of Zaibatsu. But right now they're moving their way forward. Even Zebasai getting taken down here. I think Marilyn's still running that crit streak. He's just going to keep running it. I guess that's the only way Broder sees any sort of way in order to break through the Zaibatsu team here.
Yeah, Zaibatsu just held on to that really, really well. They came in with the crits, you know, standard push where they take people through the flanks and take the demo with the crits onto the medic. They did actually get to take 2Nuts down with the crit streak, but that's all they achieved, and they lost so much more in return. And so Zaibatsu, you know, they focused the right players, then they saw the crits early coming through that Riverside and just it down very, very well.
Okay, Broder's going to go big door right now. Crit Streak's already ready. I can only assume that Zaibatsu knows. I can only assume that they are prepared. Where are the stickies of Cadis at the moment? He has no stickies whatsoever. They're just going to suicide in as much as possible. They get the damage done. Great exchange here from Zaibatsu as the crit streak was happening, but the fragging power right there from Zaibatsu too strong. As the spam came into that corner, Broder could not break through, and they were really missing an invulnerability there. The crit stickies were landing an okay amount, but not enough to break through the blues. As right now with a massive Uber advantage, I say, he already has it. 2Nuts picking up that middle with the rest of his team. The Zaibatsu boys, they're going to walk their way towards this choke right now, and a couple of them go through big door, and I don't see any sort of way how this cannot be a 5-0 in about a minute and 30 seconds.
Well, Zaibatsu just look really strong. Yeah, the crits are coming in there, but they're just not achieving anything. They're just not looking like they can actually take the fight to them, even with the crit streak. Zaibatsu aren't shying away from them at all. They're just taking the fight to them as soon as they come in with the crits, and yeah, it's worked out perfectly for them. So Zaibatsu looking very, very dominant. And like I said, if they do take this to a 5-0 and go into the next map, it's going to really favour them. And you know, it almost works out better than the fact that they lost the first map.
I'm not 100% sure if my internet connection is okay. I'm just double checking. Spin. I don't know if you can hear me fine.
Yeah, it seems fine too.
If I'm perfectly fine, then in honesty, I'm just going to keep on talking. I have about 700 ping at the moment. But I guess it's going to be okay, ladies and gentlemen. 100% on both medics at the moment. Ip's going down, obviously. He's now already respawned. He's going to make his way back into the fray. Now Tweet going down. It's definitely not going to help into their favour. Both teams going to force that exchange here in towards that second point. Very good exchange from Broder so far, as they've already got time 6 onto that point. He right now caps it off. Well played to Broder. But now Zaibatsu, they're going to try and break through onto this one. It doesn't look like they're going to be favourable to this one though, Spin, as the damage gets taken down, and Broder, a very good exchange, turning this one around.
Yeah, exactly what they needed. They got a lot of cap time very, very early in that fight, and Zaibatsu weren't quick enough to react to block it, and yeah, it just gave him a huge advantage. And Ip's coming in with a heavy a little bit late. You know, he was expecting to be able to push the last point with that heavy, I imagine. And yeah, he wasn't able to. He came in through the choke and was easily focused down once his teammates had died. So a bit unfortunate for him, but yeah, they've They've actually forced them all the way back into their second point now, so they've capped middle as well, and the Soldier T-Mac surely going to go down bottom lobby. Yeah, he does. So Jukebox taking him down, and Cadis as well. That's a crucial frag. Nothing here now to defend this second point, and 2 nuts in fact going down as well, which is massive. Mylin going down as well, but you know, the trade of medics here does favour Broder. They can push on with only one person up, and I think that's exactly what they're going to try and achieve. Yeah, Tweak going down, so fantastic return from Broder. That's exactly what they needed. They pushed out from last, knowing they had to take perhaps a little bit of an unfavourable exchange because they only had 10 minutes left, but now it's 9 minutes with only 3 rounds to get rather than 10 with 4, and it's much more achievable.
There's only 10 minutes or so left on the clock right here as Broder pulls it back 4-1. Obviously still very, very far down, but it's at least looking a little bit less than a 4-0 wipeout, possibly going towards the 5-0. And now Broder, they're sort of changing it around. They're not going for a defensive middle, they're going for a super aggressive middle this time around. Suiciding players in. Zaibatsu getting completely caught off guard with that one. And if Broder really manages to pick up 2 rounds right here, I think the momentum is back. And with this crit streak, well, 75% ready to get rock and roll. 2 nuts nowhere close to having that Uber. That crit streak is going to hit here onto last, and Broder's going to try and break through, get the momentum back, and possibly pull off the comeback of the season.
Yeah, that middle was all about the jukebox bomb. He bombed so far aggressive, got past the entire team and forced 2 nuts back, and he was only 33 HP after the fight, and the crits now comes in, takes down Tweet. Kada's getting taken down by a scout, and they just have huge presence now on the point. 2 players getting taken down. In fact, Mylin, Zappis, and Ribble going down, so this is now a really, really close fight onto the last point, and just, yeah, everyone's wiped, so fantastic push from Broder, and it's exactly what they needed, just to come back with this 4-2, and now Zaibatsu are going to be afraid. You can feel it, like 4-0 to 4-2 in the space of 2 minutes. It's you know, it takes everything away from you, and Broder are going to feel strong now.
Broder's going to feel absolutely perfect at the moment. As my internet connection should be okay right now. 900 ping, not easy to cause, I'll tell you that one. But Broder, Jukebox, not going to care about that one. He's going to walk towards that right-hand side. He's going to change his plan and just be a nuisance towards the enemy team. Here we go, as Zaibatsu is the first guy to drop. It is a 5 versus 6 at the moment. Zaibatsu, good exchange, but it's a soldier each at the moment. 75% at the moment. Mr. Marilyn, he is going to have that crit streak in time, and it's going to be a 4 versus 4. It looks like Zaibatsu is going to be able to pick up this point before the crit streak even hits. They're rotating, and Rip is going to show up with the crit streak onto Big Door right now. Here they come. First crit sticky, hitting onto Samsy. Very well played. Bomb from the soldier comes in. He gets taken down by the crit streak from Zappis at the moment. And yes, we can see the flying coming in onto Cadis. Cadis surfing all over the place. He gets taken down, and once again, even though Zaibatsu picked that one up, even though they kept their medic alive throughout that entire fight, 2 nuts is still sitting there with an Uber charge. Broder, I can't imagine them not liking this jukebox because they got wiped the first 20 minutes. It took them a long time to get to the point where they are now.
Yeah, they've got Cadis down now as well. They might have an Uber, but they know they can walk in and force this. And Mylin's very far forward though, and they have nobody to juggle them at the choke. This could be bad for them. Riv is incredibly weak. Scout's now coming on the flank underneath, drops Mylin, but he gets taken down in response, and they're actually losing players. So yeah, Broder, I thought might be able to bring that back with Zaibatsu taking a few casualties. So actually, it was only just one onto Tweak, but. Yeah, so Zaibatsu definitely taking a favourable exchange there. They caught out Miley on the choke point. They needed to force the Uber and back off, and they tried, and Zaibatsu just caught them out.
Yeah, well played by Zaibatsu there. Getting a couple of players in, surrounding them the way they were supposed to be. Just getting the stuff done the way it was supposed to be. Now, sitting on towards the second point, getting the cap time done. Time 6 is going to be able to finish that one off as the 60% hits on the 2 nuts. He's going to be able to have that Uber in no time whatsoever. They're going to try and put some pressure on. Look, Broder's just taking the fight to them, catching them off guard once again. Look at that. Out of nowhere, there were just Scandinavians flying towards that lobby. I love that play in T-Mac, actually, providing, just being super, super valuable at the moment to Zaibatsu. Has been fantastic all map. And right there, getting the double onto Rib and Marilyn is going to be so crucial because this Uber advantage, it is still in favor of 2 nuts. And if Marilyn would have stayed alive there, that crit streak that Marilyn was running, it might have been able to just be completely useful. But right now, what we can see is that Zaibatsu's getting caught off guard a little bit. Zaibatsu did get forced out of that one. So that's forcing to use that Uber. It's going to give them the second point, but that is it.
Zebazai didn't even have to do anything there. He just spammed the choke, and 2 nuts just forced. It's just a bit of miscommunication.
In the back, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh, possibly. Okay, fair enough. I figured that like he just thought that the entire team was there and was Ubering into them. But yeah, I mean, if obviously that's the case, then we can forgive him on that one. But yeah, they've lost the Uber advantage to the last point now, and Mylin, they've been looking to push out all the time, and now with an Uber advantage, they're going to do it. Yeah, straight again. And 2 nuts actually going down. Some fantastic frags coming out. Rib getting a double kill there, and in fact they've actually lost 3 in return. So, oh wow, fantastic flank play from T-Mac and Tweak onto the last point. Tweak getting the cap in the end, and yeah, just showing why they have such a strong flank. And great job from them. They needed to bring that in when they knew Broder were going to push out, and yeah, they executed that perfectly and shut down the Broder push completely.
5 minutes left on the clock. Listen to Broder.
Demo right. Demo
Going now.
kid.
Scouts on point.
Running up the right.
Demo weak.
Please on left.
Scout weak. No tears, Scout.
Medic weak and sneaky.
Try to
Down.
50. Left.
Down.
To the weak.
Double
We
weak.
lost. Solid left side.
Actually, I was still listening to the comms for the last 3 seconds, but it was dead silent.
Nothing. Yeah. As soon as they realised they
Absolutely
lost
nothing. They recognized they lost a minute. It was just dead silent. Like everyone was just kind of like, "Oh, here we go again."
I don't know. I don't think that's such a bad thing for them. They're known for being quite quiet guys anyway, and yeah, I don't think they're the kind of team that will let this affect them too much. They were expecting this to be, not to be their map, and it's 5-2. It's better than last time, I suppose.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
far, with only 4 minutes remaining, they can still bring this back, but it needs to be soon. And they know that they're going to push out, and that really, like I said a lot of times before, it just means that they have to take an unfavourable exchange. Still on the crit screen from Ireland, and he's going to try and push out, but last time it worked perfectly. It was Zaibatsu just knowing that they can wait for the push and then just crush them on the flanks, and that's exactly what they're going to look to do again.
Crit's almost ready to rock and roll here. Rip is sticking up main, so they're probably expecting him to rock on with that crit streak from the main side, but instead they're going to go with the scout and soldier from the top hand side, as Zaibatsu himself is going to rock on in here with the crit streak. They're just looking for Zaibatsu. They cannot find him whatsoever. As right now they realize, oh, they're all coming through choke. Here comes the crit streak. No kill! No kill onto Ips as the save comes out. They kill him off now. So I really thought that would have been an insta-kill there with the crit rockets. One crit stick he's going to land. And now the follow-up damage from Rip. He does a good amount, but he needs the backup from his players. As Zappis right now comes in, trying to do the damage with the pistol from Samzi. Way too strong as he kills off Rip first with the scatter. Then the pistol comes out to hit onto Zappis. And as the flank comes in from the T-Mac, he gets the kill into Marilyn. And Broder, really, I don't think they have the time to pull this one back anymore. And I don't think Zaibatsu is going to give it to them right now, ladies and gentlemen. 6-2 on the board. And that is going to be it. This Broder right now calls out the GG. I'm not really sure what the rules are in European TF2 anymore. Or do they still play it out? I guess they still do. Like, we've always done that. I don't think you have to.
Well, that's Samji's saying not over 2 minutes, so I guess they want to continue. I don't personally agree. I don't see why they should continue when it's dead time. That's one of the things I prefer about the American rule set, is you never get this situation. But yeah, I guess they want to play it out, and Broder's just going to look to try and take some momentum out of it, and maybe going to the next map feeling a bit stronger.
Zaibatsu is actually staying alive throughout all of that. He got the kill, the 2 nuts in the end. Didn't matter. Sam's going to work on his KDA at the moment as he got 4 kills out of that one. He's going to make his way towards the second point now. Oh, it's actually not, as he's capping this middle point. T-Mac's already sitting on last. I don't know if you can see it. He's still sitting on last at the moment. It's pretty damn funny. He's making his way around now. He's going to try and get the kill there. Onto Marilyn, it's not going to happen. But in honesty, I don't think he's going to mind all that much. 2 minutes, well, 1 minute and 30 seconds even left on the clock. 6-2 for Zaibatsu. We're going to go to a third map, ladies and gentlemen. That is really all we can say. And yes, we can keep on casting this, but in honesty, I like the discussion which you spin. What map are they going to pick? Is there really any other chance apart from Granary? Really?
Oh, I don't know. It depends how they feel coming out of that map, because it's always been close, and they know they're going to go into this map with the momentum's going to be on Zaibatsu's side after such a strong victory, and we heard in the comms that Broder don't sound in the best of shapes, so it's a tough one to call. It's a close map. Broder always favour it. They like to think that they're very strong on it, and they are indeed. They are very strong on it, but Zaibatsu has gone toe to toe with him every time they've played it recently, and so I don't know. I don't think it's the safest choice. But then, what else could they pick? I'm not sure.
You can see it, ladies and gentlemen, both of these teams are playing it out. Marilyn is actually just surfing for the second time. Now he's going to fall damage. I love how Marilyn was just surfing on everything he could at the moment. Zaibatsu is going to make their way in, going to cap this one off. I guess they're looking for a 7-2. It's not going to matter. Broder's not going to care. Zaibatsu are not going to care about the final score, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see, because I am quite sure on the Granary pick, but in all honesty, it could be Badlands as well. Those are the 2 maps that Broder can pick right here. So 7-2 comes down. Zaibatsu's going to be able to pick this one up. Gully Wash, unsurprisingly, going the Zaibatsu way, but the way they dominated for the first 15 minutes was unbelievably impressive. They picked this one up. We're going to go to a third map, ladies and gentlemen. ETF2L semi-finals. First map was in favor of Broder, 3-2 on Viaduct, which was a surprise pick. We did not see that one coming, but they did it, and they managed to pull it out of the bag, as obviously straight after Zaibatsu picked up this map. They won it, and a third map is going to come out of the bag. It's either going to be Granary or Battlelands. I doubt it's going to be Process or Snakewater. So far, between these two teams, Granary and Battlelands both have never been won by Zaibatsu against Broder. Both of those maps. It's been 4-3 and 5-4 on Granary. No, I said it wrong. 5-4, 5-4 on Granary both times for Broder. And on Battlelands it was 5-3, 4-3 in favor of Broder. I say that correct. So obviously they were all four very close, but all four have been in favor of Broder. And with the teams being this close in general, let us see. It was Granary, wasn't it? I didn't see the chat spin. You probably did.
I actually crashed, so I literally just rejoined.
You crashed out of that one, but I saw the last chat window. I don't know if John has the chat on the stream. I don't think he does. But the last line of Ips that I saw before we switched map was, "What a surprise!"
Yeah, that's all I saw as well. So
I doubt it is anything else but Granary, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go on. We're gonna go
Process.
and see in just a little bit. Process. That would have been hilarious. But we'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. The maps are going to change, and we're going to take a quick break. But after just a very quick commercial break, we will be back, obviously, with the third and last map here in the ETF2L semi-finals of Season 15, powered by Blackout Gaming, between Zaibatsu and Broder. They're all tied up. We're going to have to wait and see who's going to be able to clinch that spot in the grand final against Epsilon Esports, and who's going to go home with, well, pretty much nothing, because the top three in Europe is close, and no one wants to get third, guys. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Team Fortress TV for the third map, which is, unsurprisingly, Granary. It was predicted earlier on Twitter by Numlocked. He said very clearly, Zaibatsu's going to pick Gollywash, Broder's going to pick Granary, and the third map is going to be something wild like Viaduct. And he was spot on. He was correct. Spin, you were correct. We were expecting this. The Viaduct pick was maybe a little bit weird, but Granary coming out for Broder, unsurprising. Zaibatsu knew this. Ip said in chat, how surprising you guys picked Granary. They've both been practicing this in warm-up, and let's be completely honest. We expected this to be the map where it was going to be decided, Spin.